channel. Today I am heading to Trader Joe's and I'm going to bring you guys along with me so we can try all of their new seasonal stuff. This video will be kind of a shop with me, the haul, a taste test, possibly a cook with me. I'm going to include it all for you guys. Home from Trader Joe's. So now I'm gonna unload all this and then divide into categories to show you guys. This is the non-fall stuff that I got, but I'm gonna share it with you anyways because it's really good. This chicken fried rice takes literally 5 minutes. I need 2 bags for a family my size, but 1 bag is more than enough for a family of 4 and so good. These right here I get for my kids for school for their lunch boxes. These are my favorite. These I've never tried before, but were highly rated online, so I'm gonna give them a go. The orange chicken cannot be beat, and someone said to put it in the air fryer, so I'm gonna try that this time, as well as the cacio e pepe. That stuff's also really good, just very basic. Throw it together and you're done. Here's a look at all the fall stuff I've got. Some of this I've had, some of this I have never, so I'm gonna go through it all, tell you what I haven't, what we're gonna try in this video, everything. I tried to pick these up numerous times. They're always sold out, as well as this. Finally found multiple boxes today, so I got that, the pumpkin waffles, and the butternut squash mac and cheese. This is my favorite pasta sauce. I talk about it all the time. Never tried this, so we're gonna try this today, as well as the apple cider donuts. Never tried those. My kids love these little pumpkins, so we always get a few. Haven't tried the pumpkin brioche, so I'm gonna do that. Pumpkin butter is amazing. I've bought this before. We made pumpkin bread. I'm gonna make it again. This is really, really good. This harvest blend is delicious. If you like the different grains, this definitely try. Never had these, I'm gonna try them today. These are new from what I heard. I don't know if that's true, but they're pumpkin cheesecake croissants. We're gonna bake those. And then I was just really curious about purple sweet potatoes, so I bought those as well. I just preheated my oven because I'm going to mix this up and bake it, and we'll try it in a little bit. And I'm gonna put these in the oven because they're 350 as well, so I'll bake those together. While they're in the oven, the first thing we're gonna try is the apple cider donut. I was a huge fan of the apple cider donut they had at Dunkin' that they haven't brought back in like 2 falls, so I'm really curious. It smells very similar, it's covered in cinnamon sugar. The texture is about spot on for what that was. Delicious. I could probably eat the whole box. I won't, but delicious. Look at the texture. This thing is so good. These are huge, but I didn't know there were only 2. I misread, and for some reason I thought it said 4, but it clearly says 2 right there. So we have 2 of those to try. I have this all mixed up. I love the color, the smell is beautiful. I'm gonna bake it in a loaf this time. Last year or the year before, I did it in muffins. And it's gonna taste exactly the same unless they've changed the mix, but this stuff's really good. Let's move on to the pumpkin cookies. They look a lot like Mother's Day cookies, if you can see, or Mother's cookies, whatever that company is called. You know, the little elephants and stuff that are white and pink. That's what these remind me of. It looks like they're all the same shape. They're pumpkins, and they just have either this color or this color. So we'll see if they taste the same at least. Imagine a ginger snap cookie with like a very sweet coating on it. That's what this tastes like, a ginger snap with a little bit of a coating on it. And the reason it tastes like a ginger snap is because it's literally just pumpkin spiced, but no pumpkin whatsoever. So it's just a spicy little cookie. This one is a lot more mild, and now I understand why. On the box, it does say that the orange coating is flavored with warm pumpkin spice, while the white coating is yogurt based. So they are slightly different. I'm not mad at them, but I'm really glad that my bag right now is mostly of the orange because they're really good. Two of the items I will not be trying on the screen because if you've been around my channel, you've definitely at least seen this sauce. It's delicious, but I like to do it more like with ground chicken or even chicken breast, not really with like sausage or beef, but this sauce is good if you do like pumpkin and butternut squash flavors. Try that. As well as this Harvest Blend. I haven't made this in probably 8 or so years, but this is good if you like a mixed grain type side dish. Just follow the instructions on the back, or you can look online for different ways to doctor up couscous and quinoa and turn this into almost anything because it's just the grains and then you're gonna flavor it yourself. Really good mixture though. The pumpkin butter, I love this stuff. I had one year where I completely forgot that I bought it. I opened it just to taste it real fast and then stuck it in my pantry. You can't do that, you need to refrigerate this after opening. But pumpkin butter and apple butter are two of my favorite things. You can eat this just with a spoon if you want to. Oh, I cannot get this open, hang on a second. What did they do to this thing? Oh, there we go, okay. All right, so this way you can see it. It's the consistency of basically baby food. So there you go. It is the consistency, like I said, of baby food, but you could put this on toast. I'm gonna put it on one of them pumpkin waffles in a minute because I've wanted to do that for years and couldn't get a hold of pumpkin waffles, but you can eat this straight off the spoon. You can put it on so much different things and just have it for a good breakfast. Really, really good flavors. And I mean, it is basically cooked up pumpkin with pumpkin pie spice. So if you are not a pumpkin person, this is not just pumpkin spice. This is straight pumpkin. Ingredients: pumpkin, sugar, honey, lemon juice concentrate, cinnamon, cloves, ginger, and nutmeg. That's literally all that's in this jar. Pumpkin waffles, they are about exactly identical to an Eggo. They're slightly thicker, just a little bigger. They smell so good. I'm gonna pop this in the toaster real quick. First thing, that waffle took a lot faster than an Eggo. Just keep that in mind. This is plain, this is with the pumpkin butter, this is real maple syrup and butter, and then back here is, you know, pancake syrup because it is different. So I'm trying it all 4 ways. I like the texture. It's very mild on the pumpkin. Like honestly, I think I'd have to have someone tell me that it's pumpkin. I'm hoping once I eat a little bit more of it, it'll be more dominant in there. But otherwise, it's just a really good waffle. By the end of that piece, I got a little more pumpkin-y flavor. Now I'm gonna do just a normal pancake syrup. That did help bring out a little bit more of the pumpkin and just some sweetness that it kind of needed. Going in with the butter and the real maple syrup, and what I feared, the actual, because you know how maple syrup is a really strong flavor? It kills every bit of pumpkin or even spice that's in here. You just get maple. Okay, and time for the pumpkin butter on the pumpkin waffle. Like this I was most looking forward to be completely honest. Sorry, that makes my heart happy. I love this. I would eat this at night just watching like Halloween Town. Hey, Halloween Town. Just watching some fun Halloween movies and just eating this. The little jar is lethal. Now, tell me if you think I'm crazy because I just had a little light bulb go off in my head. I've got these. These have no pumpkin spice, nothing. They just have the decoration on them. What about these sandwich cookie? Am I crazy? I'm not sure if I will get around to these because we still have a bunch of other stuff to try, and this is just a waffle pancake mix. But I will say this is not just pumpkin spice. It does have dehydrated pumpkin flakes in there. So this will be a pumpkin and spice combo. Now this, I don't even know how many people I watched walk to that shelf where this was at, or the table I should say, and just grab and go. These, when I got there, there was a whole heaping mound, and by the time I went back to that section when I was about to check out, this was about half gone. So I'm pretty excited to try this. Oh, I wish you guys could smell that through the screen. Ooh, that's so nice. Flour, eggs, pumpkin puree, sugar, brown sugar, butter, pumpkin pie spice, and then a bunch of other natural things. But yeah, this like texture so far in my hands feels great, and the smell, oh my goodness. Hot and fresh from the oven. They are still bubbling. It says to let them sit for 10 minutes before you eat them. So I'm gonna let these sit and go back to the brioche.
I need to search.
Here's a look at it for texture. I just got it out of the toaster. I only slightly toasted up. I still want it to be nice and soft, but the smell coming off this thing, I want to try this for French toast so bad. I already get the hype, and I haven't even French toast styled this, but I already get it. Breakfast tomorrow, this French toast style. Like, hands down, that is phenomenal. I cut the croissant thing, gave it a cross section so you can really see it. It smells really good. The texture for the puffy dough right here, that feels good, but we'll see what it actually tastes like. Okay, here it is. A little closer, a little brighter. It very much looks like just like a moussed up pumpkin puree on the top of this thing. I don't like what I'm getting in the background of that smell. Pumpkin pie and puff pastry had a baby. That's literally it. The top tastes like pumpkin pie and the dough has absolutely no flavor. It is just puff pastry style dough. So it's like a pie, but instead of using pie crust, you're using puff pastry. They're good, it's delicious, but that is the best way I can describe this to you. It does say that it's cheesecake, that's pumpkin cheesecake. I'm not really getting any of that though. I'm literally halfway through the pastry and I'm just now getting the tiniest hint of a cream cheese type flavor. It's too much like pumpkin pie for me to not attempt it, so I'm going to attempt it. This is another one of them fall items that flies off the shelves in Trader Joe's. This is the first year I've actually been able to get to it because mine, they don't seem to get a lot of these boxes and they're gone if you're not one of the first few people in the door each time. So we're gonna try this. When you pull it out, this is what it looks like. It's not even mixed up at all. Puncture holes and put it in your microwave for 5 to 6 minutes. A little nervous, but I think it's the smell of this with the pumpkin bread that's also cooking as to what's hitting my nose funny, but we'll see. Open it up. Mix it up. The cheese pulls are promising. I'm liking the smell. I'm hoping I like the taste. I understand it. I could probably eat the whole thing. For reference, here's the size of the container. It says there's 2 servings in here. I'm picturing this with like a really crispy chicken cutlet over the top of it. Delicious. I just took the bowl of the macaroni and cheese for my oldest to try because he likes all this stuff too. He stole the bowl. Oh, that stuff. There's the pumpkin bread. That has to cool down significantly though before I'm gonna try it. There is the texture on the inside. It's finally cooled off enough that I can eat it. It is a very dense mix and it is more on the bread than cakey side. I'm not gonna say the M word. A lot of people are very sensitive to that word, but it does retain a lot of moisture and it is a very dense little cake mix. I'm not gonna call it a cake mix, but it tastes like a cake mix. It has a little more sugar, a little more sweetness to it. That's why I keep calling it more of a cake than a bread, but it's just, this thing's really nice. And it does get a very nice crust on the outside while the inside is still cooking and staying nice and soft. So for a bread, the crust on it is really good. The further I go into this slice, I'm also really getting hit with the spices in this. It's just a really good mixture. And you don't get it right away, but as you're working your way through it, you get the pumpkin and the spices a lot more. I am so full, but it was totally worth it because everything was a win this time. Nothing was gross, nothing was a regret to spend the money on. I do have some things that I would rather, if you're going to try just 1 or 2 things to try and things not to, but nothing was bad. And if you've never been to Trader Joe's, it is very affordable. I'm hiding my personal information here, but nothing I purchased was over $4.99. The majority of it was closer to $2.99 or $3.99. If there's some stuff to not get, I would skip personally on those croissant little pumpkin cheesecake things. There were only 2 in the box. They were almost $5 for the box. So those I would definitely skip. And if there were like 1 or 2 items to definitely try, obviously it's going to the pumpkin butter because you can do so much with this. And that mac and cheese, oh, I am so mad. I bought 2 boxes and I was like, oh, 2 boxes, that'll be fine. No, I'm wishing I would have bought more, but these 2 are definitely my top winners. But that's the end of the Trader Joe's Shop With Me haul, taste test, the whole 9. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, thumbs up it so I know to make more videos like this one. I'm really not sure what they do around Christmas time. I've never really been in there around Christmas time. I mostly stick to fall. So if you know something specific around Christmas, let me know. And if you guys want me to do a shop with me and taste test around that time as well, I will line that up for you guys. If you are new and you enjoyed it, I hope you consider subscribing and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.